Daniel retired. For 40 years, Daniel Liu lived inside the rhythm of Silicon Valley. He woke to alarms. He lived by deadlines. He measured his worth in shipped features, stable builds, and the quiet respect of other engineers who knew how hard the work really was. Then, at 60, his health forced him to retire. On his last day, he shut down his workstation, placed his badge on the desk, and walked out of the glass building. The automatic doors closed behind him with a soft hiss, like a server rack sealing itself. For the first time in decades, he had no sprint, no roadmap, no Jira tickets waiting, and he felt lost. The first weeks were strange. He woke up early out of habit, but there was nowhere to go. He checked his email, but no one needed him. He opened his laptop, but the IDE felt like a ghost of his old life. He wondered, if I'm not building anything, what am I? He felt like a decommissioned machine, powered off, irrelevant, drifting. One afternoon, he walked through a park near Los Gatos Creek. He watched a squirrel leap between branches, a dog rolling in the grass, an old oak tree standing silently in the sun. None of them were productive. None of them were useful, yet all of them were fully alive. He whispered to himself, "Why do I think I need to earn my right to exist?" As he sat on a bench, an elderly woman approached. She had silver hair, a calm smile, and a walking stick carved with swirling patterns. "You look like a man who's been running for a long time," she said. Daniel nodded. 40 years in tech. "And now you've stopped," she said. "Yes," he replied, "and I don't know what to do with myself." The woman sat beside him. "Let me tell you something," she said. "Trees don't retire. Rivers don't retire. The moon doesn't retire. They simply change their rhythm." Daniel frowned. "But I'm not a tree." She smiled. "You are more like one than you think." She pointed to the old oak nearby. That tree spent its early years growing fast, pushing upward, expanding, competing for sunlight, just like you. Daniel chuckled softly. "But look at it now," she continued. "It no longer grows quickly. It no longer competes. It simply is. It provides shade without trying. It offers beauty without effort. It stands in quiet dignity, doing nothing, and yet fulfilling its purpose completely." She turned to him. "Your life is entering its tree years. Not the years of output, but the years of presence. Not the years of striving, but the years of being." Daniel looked at the oak again. All his life, he had optimized systems, improved performance, reduced latency. He had treated himself the same way, as a machine to be tuned. But the tree reminded him, life is not a benchmark. Existence is not a KPI. A human is not a product. He felt something loosen inside him, a knot he didn't know he'd been carrying. What if, he thought, my worth doesn't come from what I produce, but from the simple fact that I am alive? A moment later, a raccoon wandered out from the bushes. It looked at Daniel with curious eyes, then ambled away without hurry, without purpose, without shame. The woman laughed. "See, that creature has no resume, no deadlines, no performance reviews, and yet it lives fully, freely, joyfully." She leaned closer. "Nature never asks a being to justify its existence. Only humans do that to themselves." The woman picked up a smooth river stone and placed it in Daniel's hand. "This stone has existed for millions of years," she said. "It has done nothing. It has achieved nothing. And yet the universe allows it to be." She looked into his eyes. "If a stone has the right to exist, if a tree has the right to stand, if an animal has the right to roam, then you, a human being with a lifetime of experience, have the right to simply live. Daniel began to walk home slowly, feeling the weight of the stone in his pocket. He realized he didn't need to build anything. He didn't need to prove anything. He didn't need to be useful. He could sit in the sun. He could watch the wind move through the trees. He could enjoy a cup of tea without guilt. He could exist, fully, peacefully, naturally. For the first time in decades, he felt free, not retired, not obsolete, not decommissioned, just alive. That night, Daniel wrote a note to himself. I am not a machine. I am part of nature. My right to exist does not depend on my output. I will live the rest of my life like a tree, rooted, peaceful, dignified, and free. And with that, he finally slept without the weight of the world on his chest.